Hello. Hey, stats. Bob, I was just checking it there, mate. And it didn't sound off to me, but it's saying that I'm used to hearing it. I've been hearing it for weeks, if not months. So the artist is very good. And I can use it for free. Ooh, even better. So, it's been a bit since I've done one of these streams. Doing both YouTube and Twitch tonight, as I unfortunately forgot to cancel my restream and I got billed for it again, so might as well use it. Go and get tested. Probably me that needs to get tested more than anybody else. I'm the one that does all this. So first off, welcome everyone. As I say, I've been on a bit of a burnout on STO for a while. Cancelled a couple of streams as a result. I was on vacation last week with the family, recharged the batteries a bit, and now I'm back, good to go. So the plan for this evening is we have 20 keys, nothing sold on the exchange unfortunately, so I'm EC poor at the moment. Might be able to pick up one more key. Let's have a quick look to see what they're going for. This is also the first stream I've done on the new rig that I picked up on Monday. So spent most of Monday and Tuesday cleaning it out and getting everything set up again. So fingers crossed it's a clean install of OBS. There's no erroneous add-ins that I think were causing the problem last time, and more importantly I'm not using a laptop either, so we should be good to go and be problem free. And for some bizarre reason my monitoring is off. That's better. I was wondering why I couldn't hear the desktop. Sitting here with headphones on for no apparent reason apart from looking fun. Yeah, so we have 21 keys now, well, my age, obviously. So we'll get them opened up later on. I also plan, since I'm running around in the Strange New Worlds uniform, which I think looks quite smart. It took me a while to get the boots right. So a lot of looking at the pictures and trying to marry it up correctly, but I think it looks quite good. So we're going to grab a infinity ship as well tonight, and we'll go and play about with that, but I'm not sure which one I am going to get yet. I have been trawling through the wiki, and I'll get that on just now. Trying to figure out which one I actually fancy. So, don't fancy the Premilian, don't fancy the Echelon, definitely not the Killith, or the Obina, or that one, or Nova, or Rojan. Got Credence, really can't stand the Ethereum stuff. The Protostar I may pick up at some point, purely for Tour of the Galaxy builds, so that's not urgent. Tempted with the Borg Simulator. Really not interested in Dauntless 2. Got the World Razor. Friendship's another one I'm thinking about. Get the old Halo sword. I do have the Gorn Hunter. I was planning to use that just as a bit of a meme for the start of Strange New Worlds today, season 3. I've watched the first episode, quite impressed with it, so looking forward to watching the second episode after the stream. I've got the Disco, I've got the XL2, the Farragut, well, it's a Farragut, what more can I say? So, some choices to be made. I do think odds are that I'll probably end up getting either the Friendship or the Borg one, because I'm in a Borg mood these days. And to have the liberated Borg Juggernaut kicking about. So I do enjoy using that one with the assimilated plasma build on it. And obviously we get a team together. Hey Eric. Hey, Jones Edge, how we doing? We can get a team together. We can. Everybody wants to do the universal binary circuit. We can run through that. It's been a long time since I've done that one. I'm back with my usual, my little Ractigino mug from Van Home, and my lucky red shirt is on. Hey Dan. Far enough. Jones Edge, the big 26th century ships, the Universe class and the Klingon and Romulan versions of it, they don't bank either, they just tend to pivot. And I'll resist the urge of screaming pivot several times for those of us that are old enough to have watched Friends. So, as it's yeah, so those ones, they literally just seem to pivot in the middle. I should take off not purchased. Yeah. I think I was talking about the idea I was taking the Donny out for a spin as well, since it's back on screen. Yeah, so at the moment I'm in the Connie 3 just now, so I'm going to swap out that. Little Gorn Hunter there. That idea, just doing some quick randoms just now, just to get the cobwebs off. I did one on Spencer's stream on Saturday during the crystalline catastrophe, and it came, and I didn't perform too well, shall we say. Oh, that's not good. Two seconds. Restream seems to be having an issue. Interesting. By scrolling down and putting my face up to the screen and going, is that the one I'm after? Some of them I do have funny names for, so the premonition I've got is the Foresight, for example. Halo there. Then someone's just named after the captains that were on them, so we've got the Kirk, and Picard there, obviously, the Pike, the Shaw for the Connie 3. So yeah, so and Cisco as well for the Defiant. So there for the XL2. So I've still one space to fill though. One space. I really should go through these and get rid of the ones I'm never going to fly again. So yeah, so that's the plan. So let's get out of the Connie 3 and get into something for a bit of fun. I have been using the Hydra of late, but that's mainly because I'm doing the video on the Prometheus visuals. There, I've not flown this for a while. put this out for a spin once we fix the roster. Which one's missing? Him as always. Right, so we're just going to do a couple of quick random advanced, and then we shall see if anybody wants to jump in a team, and we'll go and do binary circuit. The reason we're doing advanced is, one, the ship isn't set up to do elites at the moment, especially randoms, because if I get Corfez, it's just going to be a big fireball. And second of all, the server performance is slightly better. Yep, no worries, bud. I'll keep a wee note of that. And I shall invite you in. Let's see if anybody else wants to team up. Eric, I forgot to mention I've made you a mod as well, mate. You're always cooking, I've noticed, Eric. Always cooking.
The Undine are attacking along 3 vectors. These vectors the Undine are the Cardassians.
Right, you two, we've heard enough of you. They've actually cut the briefing time down this one. I thought it was longer. This is also a bit of a theme build as well, because I'm using the Kelvin phaser beam arrays.
Fluidic rift has opened between the lanes. The location is marked on your map.
It's wondered why I was sounding so loud. I'm looking through both the speakers and my headphones.
Performing a scan of the rift now.
I do actually even have the Vengeance console on. Just for a bit of Into Darkness.
Still has entered local space. Close the fluidic rift now. Undine fluidic space rift out.
It'd be good if we could actually select it and not select my shuttles. That would be handy. Everybody wonders why I keep looking left. It's because I've got the YouTube and Twitch streams up on my Mac, so I can keep an eye on it to make sure that nothing
Undine fluidic space rift beta has been closed.
untoward happens on it with OBS. I'm still a bit cautious.
Undine fluidic space rift gap has been closed.
Certainly a bit of a visual issue by the looks of it. And 2. Almost screwed that one up. Too busy messing about with stuff, not to actually realise that I was about to blow up. There we go, I can move again, that's always good. Stay over here. I can almost see everything.
Close the fluidic rift now. Undeemed fluidic space rift high has been closed.
There we go, all 3 lanes done. Happy days.
Undine fluidic space rift Omega has been closed. Undine fluidic space rift Psi has been closed.
Nope. Just wondered what was going on there. It's been quite a while since I've done this one. Saying that, I've not really been doing many random stuff unless it's been on stream. Normally it's just the odd patrol or the odd TFO here and there purely for endeavours. There we go. Job done. Rightio. Alright, let's get some invites done. So, yeah, right, go and plug it in. Yeah, pretty much. So we've got. Right, Jones says, watch character with your at handle, but it's not going to let me invite you with that. Let me see if I can do it. Team settings. So, see if I can find you this way. You should have that invite over. Yeah, just find you there, bud. See if you pop up. There we go. Perfect. Right, that's 1. 3 more to go. Dan, you wanting in on this one, pal? Maybe you're still kicking about because you've been quite quiet. The team as well. Cool. Right, that's show the team. Right, Dan, I'll find you just now, pal. Ooh, Spencer's and Nick are both on. Ooh. There we are. Happy days. Where's he hiding? That's what she said. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Can't see him on my list anywhere. So I hear one of the kids trying to sneak down. Nope, must be hearing things up. There you are. Good news, everybody. Eric can now watch this on the TV in his kitchen. Fantastic. Right, we also got 3 out of 5. Anybody else want to join in? Speak up now. If not, I'll just queue for the TFO of binary circuit. Always got to give that a minute just for YouTube to catch up. Binary circuit. I honestly cannot remember much about this one, to be honest. Right. Let's see if this pops. So this rumour has it there's a lot of PvP players out there. Modern technology. Is it in colour? Does it still have a SCART port on the back of it, Eric? Fair enough, that could be pretty much most ground TFOs. Especially if it's bugged. There's Dan. I can say as Dan, I wear this better. And that is Scotland's ass right there. Did I actually queue for it? No, I didn't. Oh, there we go. This. I wonder what happened there. Looked like Nightcrawler from X-Men there. That's probably slightly more theme appropriate there. Come on, start already. I want to get to the gambling. I'm starting to have a height complex. And I'm 6'3". And Dorians are not supposed to be that big, Dan. Yeah, I'm the same. Jones is I'm exactly the same. Yeah, it still shows that it says it's loading. And Torian Amazon. There we go. Right. So we are ready. Oh, 40-second briefing. Say hello to my little friend. What the hell is that massive furball? Is that stupid disco cat? There you go.
Training simulation initiated.
Porthos, go and eat the cat. Oh, too far. Right, let's try that again. Right. I'll get the 4 revealed. Teamwork makes the dream work. This is where being able to use the riser floater would come in handy. Right, let's see how good this old fart's memory is. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Right. Run, Forrest, run! Hey. Could be worse, Eric. Could be a lot worse. That is taking the piss out of ball lightning. Move faster. Ah, bollocks. And for some reason, bizarre reason, I cannot fire. Why can I not fire? In the wrong way. Not that way. Let's be back this way. See, we're seasoned professionals here. We know exactly what we're doing.
challenge.
Aye, that's a big one.
Training program complete. Results to follow.
Ah, damn, let's take some competitive since they don't drop that often. And there we go. Universal Endeavour complete. Let's get some gambling on the go then. 21 boxes to open. That one down there out the way just so I don't accidentally open it. Right, let's see what we get. Just gonna go woohoo! I realised T5. She made the T5 boxes a different colour. Like totally different colour. Space trap. I'm getting pretty screwed over so far. Yeah, really getting screwed over tonight. The last one. Ground straight to fan, dabby dozy. Alright. So let's see. Holy crap. Yep, very brutal. No, the upside is 110 will be. Bank. That in the bank as well. Check a couple of things quickly in the exchange, and then I'll do those things later on. I don't know which. There's one or two kit frames that are semi-decent. That's definitely not one of them. Nope. And any of them were worth anything, but always fun to double check. Right. Dump all this stuff. Nice. Righty, oh, let's do a couple of randoms. Any of these are up for it. It's very much appreciated. Who's Coyote and why is he there? Yeah, right. Let's do some random pop right away. Now, the only thing about having a tower again is I forgot how much heat they generate. Even though this one is well ventilated underneath the desk, because it's coming up, it's hitting me first. So I've got a bit of a sweat on at the moment. That's what happens when you have to engineer a solution to a problem because you didn't measure anything before you bought it. But once I tidy up my office a bit, create a bit more space, I'm going to go and get another desk. That'll be slightly longer. I have a nice cooling area built in for the tower. Well, the comical thing is that I decided to get it last week when I was away with the family abroad, and I seen a deal and was discussing on Discord about the specs and everything, and just decided to order it. So I ordered it, and then I got the text on Monday to say come and get it. So I did. I thought, ooh, that box is a bit big. I'll have tons and tons of packaging inside it, not to worry. And then when I took out the inch of foam from the tower, I realised that it didn't actually take up that much space inside the box. So yes, it's a fair sized tower. I think the last time I actually had a tower would have been going back to the early 2000s. Yeah, it must have been about 2008. Yeah, I think it was. I think it was about 2007, 2008 was the last time I had a tower. So you can imagine the size of PC towers back then. That was the other thing, is I had to actually curtail my monitor size, because at the moment I had 127 on the desk, then I had a 22 on an arm, and then I had the laptop underneath it. That was my previous setup. At the moment I've got two 27s hooked in just now, and that's all the space I have until I move some shelves, and then I can put another larger arm up the back of them and put the 22 on. But when I do eventually get the office done properly, I do plan to get a couple of decent size monitors, 4K ones, and use two 27s as the stream monitors above them. So that's my plan. Whether or not it will actually happen that way is anybody's guess. Yes, at the moment I actually have three 27s on the desk, so I've got the iMac and then plus the two monitors for this rig. See, the upside is the room is more than big enough to accommodate a bigger desk with bigger monitors and all the funky stuff that goes with all that. At the moment, the space is currently taken up with a cupboard, a tumble dryer and a boiler on the wall, which I need to get moved into the garage. And once I do all that, bigger desk, and I'm even a bit of a horseshoe one perhaps. And I'll have plenty of space on it. Because I also want a space to set up to do the physical model reviews as well. So it means I don't need to keep taking the arm and the light and everything off to do them. I keep losing where everybody is. I'm not paying attention. As well, most of my models are in two double IKEA units to my left at the moment. And the first one has all of the Eagle Moss and Phantom ones in it. The one that you can actually see on the screen at the back currently has the Lego Collector's Edition models in it. Hey Doc, how we doing? You missed the absolutely fantastic, well rewarding gambling. I got absolutely hee-haw.
Satellite upgrades are now available.
Forget B and we'll forget E and have forget Gamma. Fantastic. What could possibly go wrong now? It's very annoying. The Twitch stream manager keeps switching the video off. It's like, no, I want to see it to make sure it's still running.
Picking up the enemy flagship. Hang on up there.
It's just very annoying that you hit the console and then the enemy dies before it actually has a chance to activate proper. I do wish they'd change this one and Babel one just to say destroy X number of waves rather than survive for, was it 5 minutes or something? Can't say I'm a big fan of the Kiri, especially those massive balls of fire that tend to shoot. Stop flying through where they blow up, or you have those thorium crystals there. That'd be a Firefly certainly does get around. For all team build, it's certainly handling it okay so far. But when I fly straight into that, I'm leaving fine. There's still a couple that they can do. There was that looked like a Miranda with a secondary hull in between the cells at the beginning as part of the fleet that warped out in the first film. Just trying to remember what other ones there were. A wee bit too low. Because at the moment we've got... Where is it? Yeah, so we've got the Connie and the Connie 2, and we've also got the Einstein class, so the Kelvin and the Klingon D7, and then we also have, so with the D-Flyers, that's quite a fun wee ship to fly, and I love that for the carrier build. And of course we can't forget that we've got Spock's little ship. Yeah, and the Avengers as well, yeah. So we do have a few. The ones that I'm thinking of, find them. Thanks. So there's that one there. Then that looks to be almost a Farragut style ship there, and there's, it's almost like a two-nacelle Proxima almost as well. Let's make the picture a bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that one, and because it is effectively just a Miranda with an extra nacelle in it, which, you know, apparently you can never have too many Miranda classes. As I say, that does just look like a Proxima class without the, with only two nacelles. As I say, that is very much a Farragut style ship there. So we don't have those three, and I think unless they finally release the fourth film, I can't see them adding these in somehow. That was the Armstrong. Film. The Mayflower. And the Newton Eye. So half Shangri-La, half. Oh, in fact, that's, yeah, half Shangri-La, half Proxima. There's more colony resources that will sit there for ages. Fantastic. Right. So ship. Which ship? Which ship? I'm talking about getting the friendship for ages. That'd be sod's law that I'll get it and it'll appear in the next bleeding month's bundle. I just thought about getting the Keldon purely to get the Spiral Wave Disruptor Alliance, just for theme builds on Cardassians. I'm sitting on a few, well, 3 at the moment for the Infinity and 1 for the promo. Purely because I was hoping that Tribble was going to get fixed. And then I could have claimed all these ships on a Federation and a Klingon character and done all the shield visual videos and everything on them without actually having to get them all. Yes, I have the I have them. Got all them. Actually, yes, I do. What I was looking at was getting the Lance console. Yes, Eric. I have a ton of spiral wave weapons, but what I was looking at was where's it? Where's the Kelvin? Is that the spiral wave disruptor lens just purely for? Neither did I, even until I was looking through the ship. That was earlier on today or yesterday. I was looking through the console. It's a console, so it's like emulating phaser lance. But it can only be equipped on Cardassian ships. So I was thinking, well, the Keldon does the Gore, or the Galar, sorry, skin on it as well, but it's still 4/4, so it'll just be a nice fire at will build, probably broadside build. So that's the other reason I was saying about getting that, but I know the ship itself is a bit meh. We've got a Lieutenant Commander TAC, Lieutenant Engineer with Intel, Commander Engineer, Ensign Science, and a Lieutenant Commander Universal with Intel. So I'm not 100% sure whether it stores the charges like the emulating does, or if it's literally just a one shot and a recharge. Let's get the wiki up and have a look and see what the wiki tells us. The wiki is our friend. Kelton. Playable Kelton. Why would it show the NPC and not the playable one first? Let's see, right. Activating Spiral Wave, Disruptor Lance will deal very heavy disruptive damage in a narrow cylinder. Affected enemies will have their damage resistance significantly reduced. So a little bit of debuff. Random subsystem offline, it's not exactly thingy. So plus 20 cat 1 for Disruptor. 12.5% cooldown reduction for Intel. Yeah. Yeah, so it doesn't look like it holds charges like the emulating does. I think it's switch off fire and done. It doesn't say what the cooldown is on it. Or the activation time. So, but yeah. So that was a thought for that one. I've got a sneaky suspicion I'm just going to pick up the friendship, I think. Stick a wee bit of a carrier build on it, and then we can go and have some fun. Right, I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break. I'm going to cool down since this tower is cooking me at the moment. Refill the mug even, and then I shall be back. So hopefully you enjoy the new Be Right Back screen. Turns out it's not just my office, it's hot, it's the entire house. It's still quite warm outside. Right, so Friendship Command Fight Deck Carrier. That's what I'm going for. So we shall go and get that set up. Need to change a couple of things. So for a start, random that. I'm going to rename that the Halo. Make it the 117. You gotta love Twitch. Right, where did the Halo go? Right, here you go. So, discard all of this for a start. We're going to X to it. Where's my regions? This goes back to what Kane was asking earlier on, is how do I find these ships? Damn good question. Where is it? Waiting for the whale's tail. Where did it go? Probably passed it about 3 times. That's the Art Royal. Oh, there it is. Esport. Ready this. And I'll just stick the 30-second ones on. I thought I had all these as epics. That's 4. Right, need to get them leveled up. Swap them out. I think we'll stick them on. Right, is that bit done? Trait wise, calculated on. Although it's only 4 extender we've got, I'm going to take that off. On repurpose cargo bay. Stick that on. What else we got? Definitely don't need temple tunneling on, so that can come off. Where's sad? Sad. Stick that on. will take off until handler. Stick that on. There we go. Right. Spirit weapons 2. Spread 1. Stick that on my grab well. Stick on another side. What we'll put that as attack. Top spread 1. You can change to distributed targeting. There we go. Right. Now we get the joys of going through and doing the trays. I really do wish that it would just save a template for your tray and put all your normal abilities on it. The ones on the Credence remind me of a whale's tail, just the way that they gently go up and down, up and down. I see what you mean there. Yes, it is a bleeding hail sword. Wonder where they got their inspiration from. Alright, what's that? Damn. Right click does help. Right. So one thing that I always did, when I was doing my many alts to get them up to the point where they could do the red alerts, just so that for the bonus delve section of it, was going through and claiming every ship and then having to go in and do the trays on every single ship. I must admit, I really do like the Credence, and I have to say, it's one of the ones that I do tend to fly quite often. So I do have just a theme build on it, so it's the 32nd century phasers and so forth. Right, that doesn't affect self, but it does do the hangar pets. So we'll leave it on, we'll give it a try. Huh. I need to bring back down to put the Helios console on, since I don't have that on. Alright, let's sort all this out. Not exactly the neatest of trays that I do, to be honest. There, piece of. No, this is prime time, top quality entertainment. This, watching me drag icons to a tray. Yeah, I remember that, Dan. See, I'm missing quite a few uncons, but I've just came across them all. Go auto launch on fighters, auto launch on torpedo. No, they're all 15s, that's fine. I'll get them up to epics at some point, and it's not just now. Quick check of something. Oh. Nice emblem there, but stupid question time. Where the hell are the impulse engines? No bizarre collectors, no impulse engine effects, and no deflector array effect. Interesting. How does the bloody ship move? Section 31 does not look too bad on it. And a strike on it. We'll go for the camouflage look. There we go. Beam back down. Yep, that's the USS Hill. I'm going to swap that out because the OS console is going to be of more benefit just now for me. Alright, so that's there, done. Where are they? Why can you not send a mail? Yep. So just you can have 2 boxes of 32nd century weapons to go and play with. We tickle at the back of my throat there. Right, I'm going to drop out of the team for a second. Yeah, no worries. Then I'll make you leader. We'll report to GM. He's too tall and Andorian. You need your pizza soup again. Hell, did I leave the bloody team? Right. I'll get used to invite me back in a moment once I've quickly got this ship mastered. And yes, I did say ship before anything else. Right, let's see what this ship can do. I tend to find that is you've got to wait for some hype around a certain ship, and then their theme weapons sell very, very well. Yes. Would be nice. And does go back to the old argument about being able to slot more than one set Omni and all the rest of it. I can't remember the 32nd century ones actually have.
Let's go over and ask if their boss might come out of hiding.
Yeah, maybe I'll just try to see the screen. Yeah, see, I do sometimes, mainly if I'm doing a rescue and search, because at the end of it it's just off the screen list of look that I sit there and get repetitive strain injury, collecting them all, which is why it'd be very good if they actually did collect all.
Sensors are picking up small habitations in some of the asteroids, possibly consistent with
The exchange is too fussy. You know, you've got to have it right exactly. And it doesn't go, oh, that looks very similar. Which I suppose can be a bit of a good thing, because I'm saying I like searching Amazon. Because I want a European travel adapt. Ah, so you've asked for a new desk. How about these? Was our search useful? No.
picked up a tight beam transmission on a new frequency. We're jamming that spectrum of their comms now, but it was probably
Damn, we are on the exchange for the 32nd century. curious.
That's got it. Excellent work.
Go.
We'll send
Job
over a
done.
classification
Should
party
be
and
it
take
mastered,
the
hopefully.
suspect into custody.
Yeah, one experimental weapon you do not want to use in this one is this one of the Cyclone, the Gatling gun one, because it just keeps shooting.
Thank you for your assistance, and welcome to this sector. We recommend that you get underway and head... There have been... We have the suspect in custody.
Yep, stand on one foot, rub your tummy, pat your head simultaneously. Just curious. Ship equipment. Weapons. What do they do? I'm guessing it's that one there. Oh, they've got wide arc DHCs as well. Scottish Quorum, piss off, Cheops. Matter of fact, actually, Cheops, I'm glad you're here. I wanted to show you something. I found this earlier on. I was just going to snip it and put it up on the Discord for you. That's that. And there's Florida. I had your wished. Found you in Florida on a nice day. Ladies and gentlemen, there is Cheops. The minute I seen him, I thought of you. I was watching it earlier on, I just seen it, I just immediately thought of you, and I thought, I wonder if there's one for Iowa. And there was. It could very well be Spencer, to be honest. This could very well be Spencer. That's what I'm trying to do, is water cooling. So yes, that's what I was giggling away at earlier on. I thought, yeah, I should just snip those and put them up in the Discord. But is he not running his pipes to his tower, doing that way for the extra cooling? Right, so 300 mil for the Omni. Right, Dan, you better invite me back into the team so we can do some more runs. Perfect, thank you. Yeah, I've got the mastery on it as well. What does that do? It's more of a support trait. Right, Dan, Q is up. Let's get some randoms on the go. My stream for about another half hour. And then call it a night. And that'll be me till Sunday when I get to do this. This evening, yes. Oh, cheers, Dan. I've been toying with the idea of getting it for a while. And now every single TFO that we do from here until, well, 11 o'clock my time will be ground. That's just what tends to happen. I hope that's not you telling me it is actually a ground TFO. It's not even popped on my side yet. I blame Dan. He's too busy playing a bit with a tricorder. Blend in with the green ships. What we getting, what we getting, what we getting. For 5.
We don't have a lot of time, so I'll make this quick.
Green shield actually looks quite nice on that. Yeah, that's just what I was thinking. I'm like, must have taken too damn long and it came off the cooldown. Yeah, that is growing on me, that ship. Especially with that green on it. Yeah, I quite like that. He's got the barrel shield on.
Enemy ships detected.
Okay, I've got the tech in. Do those again. Kiri. I don't think I've ever seen that many
Parts are ready. Scan.
Kiri ships pop at once. I'm going to switch Bravo or Beta or whatever they call it on. Oops. That's what happens when you think you are going full impulse and you're not. Yeah, we're over this side a minute ago. This ship certainly banks anyway, if nothing else. You in the Donny. Have plenty of pets out then. I've ruined it by forgetting to switch that off.
Signals on sensor. Get ready.
That looks better now. It's the 32nd century, cloak's still knackered. And you're getting stuck in it. I'm hearing somebody vacuum next door. It's not, it's just the fans. I have to say the only thing that bugs me about this tower is when I switch it off, the RGB lighting on the board keeps on. Switches it off from the fans and everything else. So I played about the BIOS earlier, we can either have it all off or all on. That's pretty much about it. So I should switch them all off. Let's get this one over with. Yeah. There's all these ships going. first bit done.
Satellite upgrades are now available.
Philby, Marky, you annoy me. Fingers on the keyboard again. Power sliding. Should have drift competitions in starships, that would be fun. Right, yeah, let's see if we can hold beta.
Picking up the enemy flagships. Hang on up there.
Just kick mine, that's no idea what the hell it was. Weapons action only fire. Maybe not doing a scene building this again. Let's see if I can make it a minute and a half without blowing up. There's a challenge.
Shield generator gamma is at 75%.
We did it! Enemy fleets have disengaged.
That felt very familiar. Just because I dance invisible, he's 1.5 meters, I can't see him. There it is. Ideal. One last run, and then I'll be calling it a night, unfortunately. The joys of kids being on school holidays, and me working from home, and the wife is in the office. So I get to deal with 3 kids all day. Like I did today, like I did yesterday. So much fun. It's like refereeing a WWE Hell in a Cell match, only more realistic. Doing that has actually cooled my head down a bit. No, Dan, thankfully it can't, because it's on cooldown. Woo. Although it could stick us into Pavel. Yeah, kind of military to that one. Welcome to Star Trek Online. First day. I keep saying that to fucking folk going, no, I've been playing for years. It's like, take the sarcasm.
The situation is grim. There's more.
There we go. Infected to finish off with. What more could we ask for? That's just what I was thinking, actually. A nice way just to lead up to the end of the stream. I keep freaking forgetting to hit everything. I'm well out of practice.
You will lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Gun. Additional data. The nanite probe can repair the grid. Not that.
Apparently, situations when the odds are against us. Sounds like fun. Go. No rubber banding, no lag, no combat log. The joys of doing it on advance, it doesn't take long. Especially if you've got a decent team that can hit things. As bad as my wife for counting my performance time. So, alrighty-ho, it's been fun. I'm going to end it there. Next stream Sunday, same time. I'll try and think of something to do on it. Not sure what. It's been a pleasure having you tonight, mate. Well, Viceroy Vladimir, thank you very much for the follow. You go and get your flag out, mate, and we'll no doubt annoy each other on Discord just shortly. So yes, so thank you very much, and I shall hit the stream end. I'm going to read out on Twitch as well, if I can find somebody to read out to. Let's see who's on. There we go. Exodus Gaming. Let's start the raid and send you over there. He's just started. And I hope to catch you all on Sunday.